Luciferia is her name, bringer of light. And so connecting, as we all do here, connecting with the light in each of us, just like, I met you and I lit up more, and then we meet the next person. And so each of us sharing our light, sharing our passion, sharing our art. So this piece kind of came into me. I was on a plane. I was entering a phase of like really balancing myself as a whole human and blending the masculine and feminine and becoming a very healthy, whole human as we all aspire to be. I wanted the symbols and shapes, so I'm sketching and blending these masculine and feminine symbols that we all know and love. And then wings to me, of course, are the ultimate symbol of freedom. Just being free and being untethered, and that's kind of where I was feeling in life, and also what I wish for everyone. So I wanted to use a dichotomy of materials to go along with the meaning of the piece. So I wanted to use some very earthy, very metal taken from the earth, welded, crafted, ground, which I love, like sparks and fire, and then blend that with the acrylite, so the dichroic film, more of a ethereal presence, right? So you have this very, almost cosmic, heavenly, and very earthy feel blended in her wings and in that crystalline center. And then coming from the base of the wood, things that we actually recognize. So having these things come up from the earth, and people can recognize welds and they can recognize some of it, and then having that really translucent, iridescent feel that is changing all the time with the sun and the light, so that every time you experience it, you're seeing she's going to show you something different. This product is acrylite, and so what they do is there's a dichroic film over it, just regular acrylic, and in that way it depends on the angle that you're at. So once again, it's like wonderful as a material, but it's also that metaphor. So like every time when you experience someone, you're going to catch a different angle, and you're going to have a different experience, and you're going to have different vibrancy and different color. And then I thought, well, what if there was more dimension in her center and she had a heart? So to have this heart beating, and maybe there's different modes, right? So like when we're around music, there's an interactive beat. So I'm like putting all this down. Who cares how it's going to be built, right? We'll figure all that out later. I'm like, who's going to program this? I am not a tech person, right? I'm not going to program this. Like, oh my God, my friend Chad, he's a programmer, and he agreed to it. So it was like this magical thing of like Bri and Chad and I and JP. Chad was making it across the country, the technology, and then we brought this to the burn, and he came out, and it ended up being pure magic, of course. Yeah, it was this kind of collaboration of these really beefy, honest materials that I don't have to worry about breaking, and then this very delicate stuff, and then technology, which to me is like, voodoo, and combining all of it. So now, of course, she's lit from within, and she can connect, and it's been like, this burn has been such an amazing experience, because I'll talk to people, or I'll come to check on her, or put her battery back in, so at night she lights up, and someone will be explaining what it means to them, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. We're all Lucifers. We're all these lights that, raining down all in the same place here. And when I saw placement, so I had no idea, filling out the grant, just kind of explaining and then trusting, like they'll know where to place her. And then the grant came through. I'm like, oh my God, I get to go to Loveburn, and they're, so we have so many friends from San Francisco, coming from everywhere, and so to visit her again, first on the playa at Burning Man, and now here, like my heart is just so full. Like I am so lit up.